Hello, and welcome to the Buddies Much podcast. I'm Sean.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Chase.
And today we are talking about the Oscars. I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding this topic. Before we get started, remember to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel. We appreciate you. Let's get into it. Do we want to just start off with the controversies, or do we want to talk about some of the awards and then let the controversies just manifest
How about
themselves?
we first start off with saying that this was kind of a meh year when it came to movies.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah. That being said, let's start with the tame stuff, and we'll save the juicy. Everyone knows what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the big thing at the end. Let's maybe do that.
Yeah, all right.
Is that cool?
Yeah,
We'll get the meh stuff out of the way.
So, I mean, first off, like Chase was saying, not a ton of juicy picks this year. There were a couple that I was like, oh yeah, I saw that. It was okay, Yeah. But everything else was just like, I didn't even bother to go see it,
I either didn't know a lot of the movies, or the movies that were on there, I'm like, meh. Again, just meh. So it's very lackluster. And it's pretty much every category.
I mean, do you think that that's like...
I think that's just chalked up to this year being a bad year for movies.
Yeah.
Do you think that has something to do with us being like brainwashed by Marvel or something, where we're like, oh, it's not Chris Evans making witty comments, so it's not a good movie?
No. I don't think so.
I'm actually kind of surprised that Spider-Man didn't make anything.
I was actually relieved because...
Well, no, I know.
I think a lot of
I'm
time...
surprised that it wasn't that like the highest selling movie?
Yeah, it was
last year.
Yeah, I think so.
But I mean,
that's
what
the
can
power
you,
of Marvel?
Exactly. that it's more about, oh, it's got a Marvel sticker on it, so I'm just going to take me and all my family. That doesn't make it a good movie.
Like, they were nominated for one thing, but that's it.
Yeah,
I actually still think Spider-Man was a good movie. I think sometimes with the Oscars, we get into this habit of like, oh, it's so mainstream, so it can't be nominated. We have to go into the deep picks, which happens a lot of the times. But at the same time, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. So maybe I am dumb for being like, oh, these mainstream movies should be in there, but I don't know. A lot of the movies on there I thought were pretty boring. Specifically, King Richard. I didn't like the movie, but I'm surprised.
I'll tell you what I did. Like, you know how you're watching a cooking show? And, like, they're making, like, a super fancy souffle or whatever pate. And, like, you're sitting there with zero cooking skill going, wow, that dish sucks.
Yeah.
I had an Oscar party, and I was doing exactly that with, like, all the movies. I was like, okay, now here's where they steered wrong. Like, I'm criticizing Steven Spielberg. But, I mean, that's what happens when you...
that's what everyone does, right?
Yeah.
When you watch the Oscars. But... is there any category that you just very much disagree with?
That I disagree with?
Like, you wanted something to win so bad, but something else took it? Or was it just so meh you just didn't really care what won or who won?
Me, animated feature film, and Kanto won.
Yeah.
What else
I
was
actually
nominated?
really liked
Mitchell's versus the Machines was nominated.
I like that. Like, I had some disagreements with that movie. Like,
I thought it was cute.
it was very cute.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just like, I'm not even going to get into it because it doesn't even matter. But I thought that movie was way better than Encanto.
Yeah, it was better than Encanto for sure.
I would have much rather Encanto win some kind of music award than animated feature. I think that movie was just. I mean, if you listen to our previous episode. I think it was just straight chock full of catchy music, and it was very lackluster as a movie and as a plot in general.
Yeah.
So, I do agree with you, Chase. That was meh.
But, I mean, like, of the 5 movies that got nominated for Best Animated Feature, I think, like, 3 of them were Disney.
Yeah, Luca was Disney, right?
Yeah,
I think it is.
So Luca's Disney.
Encanto.
Encanto, and Raya the Last Dragon.
Yeah, I didn't even...
Raya?
I
don't know.
And the Last Dragon.
I didn't even see that.
I didn't either.
I didn't hear too many good things about it. Probably the one I disagreed with. This isn't like a huge disagree, But so for best song, it was "No Time to Die."
From James Bond, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was sung by Billie Eilish.
Oh, I didn't know that it was her. Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of Billie Eilish, but I'd like to think that doesn't play super heavily into this. But like, I didn't think that "No Time to Die" was that great of a movie.
Right, but was the song good? Because that's what it was.
See, I didn't even know it had a song. Like I was still, like they were like "No Time to Die," and I was like, "What?" I don't know if it might play during the credits, or I can't think of a single point in the movie that
It's probably the opening scene because every James Bond movie ends or
it
starts
could
with
be.
those long opening credits of the Bond stuff happening.
could be.
The silhouettes.
Yeah, the silhouettes.
And
It's
like
probably during the opening.
that
credits.
being said, like I don't know any of the other songs, so it's like
Yeah, fair enough.
I can't super disagree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that boils down to the same thing we've been saying, is that it's just not a strong year.
A lot of people are saying that the Oscars are actually dying. Like the viewership is getting low. Do you think that's just because we've had a bad year?
Bad few years.
Bad couple of
few
years.
Or do you think it's just people are so sick of the Oscars? They're sick of celebrities. What do you?
I don't think.
Why do you think the Oscars went from millions and millions of views to down to? I mean, it still has millions of views, but not as much as it did.
I think just because of that, the past few years with the whole pandemic, I mean, look at certain movies that have been held off for 2 years, like the Top Gun sequel.
Yeah,
It was supposed to come out 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like I'm sure all these pictures that are like, they're not going to release it unless they can guarantee that viewership.
yeah.
And I think hasn't been like anything just like crazy amazing these past few years, in my opinion. I remember when I was going to the movie theater like every freaking weekend.
Oh yeah.
And
I
I
think-
can't tell you the last time I went to the movie theater.
I think
it was
we're-
Venom with you. So
Was it? I thought we saw Spider-Man together.
did we see Spider-Man together?
I think
Yeah,
did.
you guys went 9 a.m.
That's right.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We saw Spider-Man together.
Yeah.
I think we're starting to see a slow uptick in movies.
Right.
Think,
And then I think we will see
we've
better
got
uptick.
quite a few in the next 5 or 6 months coming out that are
Yeah.
look
like,
promising.
Morbius is coming out.
So here's the thing.
Doctor
like,
Strange coming out.
We got Moon Knight coming out.
half these
That's a TV
movies.
show.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying
I just
as
started
far as
Moon Knight.
media goes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're
So
good.
Moon Knight episode 1 is out.
Yeah,
It's good.
Is
Yeah.
it good?
dude, the trailers for it look so cool.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
I just started.
I just
it
hope
today.
they don't turn him into like Deadpool 2.0.
No.
I really hope they
No.
don't do that.
He is not anything like Deadpool.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've got an uptick in media. Like we've got a lot of good stuff coming out. Hopefully.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what I was going to say, is that like I don't know what the actual figures are, but I think maybe it is just like a dip because like no one was going to see movies, and then maybe we'll see it start to go back up again.
Are Netflix movies part
Originals?
of Oscars?
I don't know.
They have been actually
Have they?
recently. I don't know. I remember someone was talking about it where they were like, if
has to
if
be,
this
right?
one wins, this will be the first streaming service to win an
okay.
Oscar.
Yeah,
you know?
it must have been something like Stranger Things or something huge where it must have been nominated or
Yeah.
something. I don't see why it wouldn't be.
I have a feeling that next year's Oscars is going to be back to normal because we got a lot of heavy hitters this year coming out. I mean, Morbius comes out today.
I don't think Morbius is going. It's not going to top any charts.
I mean, if nothing else comes out.
Well, isn't that how Sonic won that one year?
Yeah.
Hey,
So
Just
don't
nothing else
bash
came
on
out.
my Sonic.
They were just like, and the only nominee.
Hey,
I mean, I guess that's what you do when you run unopposed, right? Like, but I mean, you never know. We still got to watch all the movies, so we're gonna have some that surprise us. We're gonna have some that don't surprise us.
hey,
Yeah,
come on.
so-
There's a new Jurassic World coming out.
A
new Black
is
Panther,
anyone really
Avatar
getting
2.
in, is anyone really getting in line to watch Jurassic Park 7? Like,
You know what?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Andrew and I,
as
excuse
much
me.
as much as they keep beating a dead horse, I'm still gonna go watch it.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna say it's good, but I'm still gonna go see it. Like it's, I mean, it. I don't know. Same with like Harry Potter and all those offshoots. People are still gonna go see it. Is it good? Probably not.
Doctor
but
Strange, Black Adam.
I'm actually pretty excited for Black Adam.
I am skeptical on that one.
You think they're gonna screw it up?
It's The Rock, right?
Yeah.
Just everything I see The Rock in, he's just so goofy, and I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I hope they prove me wrong. I don't want to be a naysayer, but
Do you
I hope
see
they prove me
who's
wrong.
playing Dr. Fate?
I did not. Who's playing Dr.
Pierce
Fate?
Brosnan.
Yes, that's kind of cool.
He looks awesome.
I actually really like that. That's pretty cool.
I saw like an interview with Pierce Brosnan, and he was like, "Yeah, when I put on the helmet, it was like, oh, that's really cool."
They're making
Nice.
a Django Zorro movie.
Really?
A what? A Jenga?
You know, Django Unchained.
Oh, Django Unchained. Okay, I thought you said Jenga.
No, the Django and Zorro movie.
That's weird.
Okay.
Who
Like
knows?
Django versus Zorro?
I don't know. Anyway, there's a lot of good stuff coming out this year.
Okay.
And so I'm, again, like when you're looking at the Oscars this year, there's a lot of stuff I didn't even care to see.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that was boring too.
And this year, I just have a feeling it's going to be better. I feel like a lot of movies that people had a lot of time to work on, especially in the past few years, are going to hopefully put out a good product.
One I actually want to talk about in a positive sense. Have you guys heard of CODA or seen CODA?
Not at all.
So I think, help me out here, Drew. It stands for Child of Deaf Adult. What does CODA stand for?
That sounds right. So let's go with that.
Okay, so it's
that's the guy that won the award. He's the first deaf act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So CODA actually won Best Picture. I don't know about that, but it was okay. It was a good movie. But Best Supporting Actor. So the movie's about this girl who's hearing, and her whole family is deaf, and it's about her. But her dad is the one who won the award for Best Supporting Actor, and he nailed it.
He's actually deaf.
He's
Right?
actually deaf, yeah. And I swear, like, I watched that whole movie. He was the only one who showed, like, actual emotions. That might be a bit of a hot take, but what's his name? Troy Kotzer?
Yeah.
Troy Kotzer? But he nailed it. He did so good. He definitely deserved that award. And, I thought it was a cool moment.
Yeah, for sure. Man, anything else, guys? Anything about nominations, winners, losers?
What do you think about Best Actor?
What did you...
Okay, let's get into that. Do I talk about the controversy first or about the actual...
Let's talk about Best Actor first.
Okay. So, controversy aside, I still don't think that Will Smith should have won Best Actor. I didn't like the movie King Richard. Thought it was boring. I don't know where this came from. I don't know why he won Best Actor for it. I don't know.
I agree.
It was so, it took me off guard.
They were like, we
hasn't
invited
had an
Serena
award yet."
Williams to the Oscars, so he has to win.
And this is going to be, this might make some people mad, but I think that just because something is based on a true story does not mean it needs to be made into a movie. Because guess what? Not all stories are interesting.
Yes.
And Chase might disagree with me on this one, but take the movie Ford versus Fieri.
Fieri?
Sorry.
Ford versus Guy Fieri?
I have a ton of canker sores, guys, so I'm lisping really bad. You know the movie I'm talking about. I thought that movie was incredibly boring. I thought that movie did not need to be made. That was it happened in real life, but I don't know if it needed to be made into a movie.
Yeah.
Well, and I honestly, like, Ford versus Ferrari, they
Ferrari.
definitely over-dramatized a lot of stuff.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
I thought it was a good movie, but, like, if you're watching this back in the day, like, if you're watching it as events turned out, yeah, it would have been freaking boring. And, yeah, I do see there's a lot of parts of that movie that were boring.
Yeah.
I do get it.
Also, there was that movie about Neil Armstrong that was just so over dramatic, and
Is that the one where we went to the moon?
yeah, something like that. But circling back around, this movie did not need to be made. Why? If you are so dead set on making something like this, make a documentary. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean that, and that's where really all the drama comes in, because it's if you're watching a documentary, it's like, well, Richard Williams, he taught his daughters how to play tennis, and they got really good at it. And it's like, okay, but then they have to add in like that drama between.
That's not there. That's made
him
up.
and his wife.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how.
Well, I don't know if
maybe there was drama. I wasn't there, but
I mean, Regardless, like, I don't know. To
Also-
me, I'm not a huge fan of that, so it didn't interest me. Even if you are a huge fan of that, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I mean, he went up against Denzel Washington, like
Yeah.
one of my favorite actors, and won. So I don't know about that.
I thought it was weird.
Too bad the moment was tainted by this
Why?
horrific
What happened?
controversy.
What happened?
So there's not a soul who doesn't know what happened, but we're going to explain it anyway.
20 million views in 4 hours.
So
On YouTube.
So Chris Rock was presenting the award, and he makes a joke toward, help me with her name, Jada,
His wife.
makes a joke toward Will Smith's wife, Jada, who has a condition where her hair falls out.
Which is alopecia.
He said, like, oh, I can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2, something like that. You know, and everyone was laughing.
Will Smith even laughed.
Will Smith was even laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Jada was not.
No.
Then Will Smith gets out of his seat, walks on stage, and just slaps the shit out of Chris Rock.
One slap.
Just gave him one right across the cheek, like full. It wasn't even like a little like I challenge you to a duel. It was like
No, he wound up.
full arm, like bam,
He, like,
follow through.
He windmilled it, got 3 or 4 rotation. No.
ate a can of spinach. Well, bam.
I love Chris Rock's thing was just like, oh, did something just hit me?
Yeah, he just took it.
Yeah, I mean I think that's pretty cool that he was just like, oh, okay, cool, all right, that happened.
But then what happened?
Yeah, and then Will Smith said, and I quote, "Keep my wife's name out of your f***ing mouth."
Repeated twice.
And then Chris Rock was like, okay, bud, relax. It's okay. You're going to be okay. And then they continued the show like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like that was right before Best Actor. And then Will Smith gets up and accepts the award like all teary-eyed. Oh, man.
So, all right, let's get into the controversy a little bit, and let me ask a question. Do you think Will Smith was justified in going up there and smacking Chris Rock?
No.
Chase, what do you think? Sean says no.
I says no.
Nah.
Chase says nah, and I say no, absolutely not. So I guess why?
So, first off, it's a joke.
It's a joke
During
yeah.
a show, all right? Like, it's not even that bad of a joke. Of all the things he could have said about Jada, and a lot of people are saying about Jada, that was extremely mild.
Yeah. Also, this is pretty common for events like this. I mean, it's not a comedy roast. We're not doing huge digs, but the presenters usually get up and they make a couple funny jokes about some of the celebrities, right? That's just what happens. I guess he thought he could make a joke because they could take it. That was not the case.
I guess.
He made a very mild joke, and man, he really overreacted.
Really, if Jada took so much offense to it, she should have been the one going up and hitting Chris Rock.
I do agree with you, but
That would be justified. Sure. But
what's really making me kind of like rage and get upset is I'm seeing all these comments online about like, yes, go Will Smith, chivalry is not dead, stand up for your wife.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that that's standing up for your wife? I'm putting you in a tough
Okay,
spot.
honestly-
no, yeah, so this is where it gets a little
This
tough
is the
for
main
me.
thing I wanted to talk about.
So if, let's say that you and your wife are out to dinner, and some guy's like, haha, your wife is stupid. And then, like, she looks at you, you have two choices. you have to, like, calm her down, or make the dude apologize, right? Like, because that's a huge deal. Like,
right? So,
well, and also look at it like who looks like the fool?
yeah.
yeah.
Will Smith
Yeah.
looks like the
Exactly.
fool.
So again, I'm getting same question: is what Will Smith did? Are the people on the internet right? Is that standing up for your wife, and is that being chivalrous?
Maybe in a sense, but no.
It's. I think the comment was so mild that it didn't elicit that level of reaction.
So it depends on the comment.
I think so.
You think so?
I think if he like stayed in his seat and was just like, "Hey, shut the up," then it'd be like, okay,
Yeah, I
sure,
agree. I agree with
yeah,
you. Yeah.
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah,
It was just such a gross overreaction.
Well, and also, he probably only reacted after he saw Jada.
It 100%. That's
So-
why. Yeah,
100%.
that's why I was saying that. Like, if you're in that situation and you're like, "Hey, that's a funny joke," you look over and she's pissed, and you're like, "Oh crap!" Like now I gotta do something.
Yeah.
I don't think that what he did was chivalrous. I don't think what he did was standing up for his wife at all. I think, if the camera panned over to him and he did a disapproving look, if he walked out, if he stormed out, that's fine. That's a typical reaction.
that's
Even
fine.
if he had an outburst, annoying, but whatever. I think when you turn to violence and you assault people and hit people over words, that's way over the line.
Yeah.
This is something we teach children.
Yeah.
We don't hit. Just because someone says something you don't like, how naive are you to just go up and start hitting people? That is so wrong, in my opinion.
See, and I kept thinking that this whole thing was staged. Like, in my mind, I'm like, there's no way it's not staged just because,
And a lot of people think
Oh,
that.
that's a lot of people who share your opinion.
I don't know.
So, I guess another question, I'll just keep prodding here. When he did that, and I guess we can all agree that that was wrong, right?
Yeah.
And he went and sat back down. My first thought was, where's security? And second question to you guys, do you think he should have been escorted out by security?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Like, why do you think he wasn't? And
Because
that's
he's
one
Will
of the main...
Smith.
Yeah. Okay. So just because he's a nominee, he's really rich.
Yeah.
Like, let's just keep him here.
Imagine if he was escorted out and then they called his name.
That's what you get, though. Your actions have consequences.
Right.
Though.
Yeah.
Like, I again, we're all on the same side. I'm just getting heated, but like, I don't think he should get a free pass just because he's Will Smith.
No.
If a random person went up there and smacked Chris Rock, people would have security would have stormed the
Oh,
stage.
yeah.
He would have got thrown in jail. Like,
I mean,
Also, how no one stopped, like, when, Will Smith hops up on stage and, like, walks a good, 20 feet to him.
oh yeah,
Like, I'm looking at this, I was like, okay, that's a long time to walk. That's a long time to walk. Okay, there's the hit. Like, I don't know. You'd think that security would be there much quicker, but...
I think they thought it was a joke. Like, he was gonna go up
Yeah.
there and give him a pretend jab. I don't know. Like, anyway, but
do
then
you hear the thing where it's like, good thing you didn't insult Alec Baldwin's wife?
Oh! That's bad.
Oh, man.
But I don't know about you guys, but I think obviously this is the classic line I pull on people where they end up overreacting or raging. The classic line is everything okay at home? I think that line applies here. I think something was not okay. This was not about the joke. It was about something else.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
That 1,000% triggered him, and he just maybe the wife pulling the strings a little bit, and
Well,
that happened.
You remember, it wasn't that long ago, couldn't have been more than a couple of years, where they televised Jada telling Will that she had cheated on him.
Yeah, and he was calm as a cucumber.
I wouldn't say calm as a cucumber. He was
He-
very upset.
He didn't hit anyone.
Oh, no, he didn't hit anyone.
But think about it. Like, you get news that your wife's cheating on you, and you don't threaten the guy. You don't hit anyone. And somebody makes a mild joke to your wife, and you go and slap the crap out of it. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
No, but I'm saying
Like-
that you're right, that there was
Okay.
something going on at home.
Yeah.
That they're still together after that.
Yeah, I think they have an open marriage now.
Quote unquote, I'm sure.
I think it's... Yeah,
I don't know.
So
I-
failed marriage.
Because I like Will Smith. I think he's always kind of been like a family guy, and that he
gets with all the families. That's dope, yeah.
but that he's trying to like keep his family together, and like because that was something I don't know him today, but I know that was like really important to him when he was younger.
Anyway, he goes on to win Best Actor, goes on stage and acts like nothing ever happened, starts bawling his eyes. Oh my gosh. Was that weird to anyone else?
It was weird.
Like,
Well,
how much of a...
notice the tension in the room too. Like people were like, "Should we clap?" I don't know.
I was talking to I was talking to some people about it, and I'm just like, man, how much of a sociopath do you need to be? And you're like, no, he's not a sociopath. He's an actor. He's acting. And I'm like, oh, that's a good point. Like,
he's a professional emotional changer.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, okay. So he gets up there and he can turn on the waterworks. He can act like nothing's fine, and I think most people couldn't do that. think most people.
I have to think that he was at least a little upset. That like he was at least a little embarrassed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And to think like how and man, sorry, I'm kind of ranting. This kind of reminded me of the Olympics with the whole Simone Biles things, and I won't get into that because it'll take forever. But he kind of ruined the moment for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, how like selfish of you to do this, because now that's all people are going to talk about. It's all people are going to think about, and to rob people of their moment. I think that's really rude.
And yeah, like the Oscars, this is
People
huge,
work hard
huge
for
for
this.
movie makers.
Yeah.
Like, and just I mean, that's all anyone's talking about is this slap.
And honestly, like, if you were going to go up there, if you were that offended and were going to go up there, would you really slap him?
So I guess that
Like,
that begs the question. Like, let's say somebody makes a joke and you are offended. What is the correct thing to do in that situation?
I think it depends. There's a lot of factors that go into it. I think there is a situation in which I would slap someone for saying something, but it would have to be extreme. You know what I mean?
Interesting. So, like, in this situation, what should Will Smith have done?
sit down, shut up.
I mean, honestly, I think if he was offended, like you said, I mean, he could have, like, disapproved being looked at the camera. I mean, even just shouting from his chair, I think people would have been okay with that. Or like you said, like, got up and left. Like, it was...
That would have sent more weight. Like, that would have been a much better reaction because people would have then talked about, like, holy cow. Like, he was pissed, and Chris Rock, like, it would have made Chris Rock look stupid instead of him.
Yeah,
if he just
and it was such a mild comment, you know. I think that's the thing that gets to me the most.
I think honestly, like, the thing that kind of throws us into a loop is the setting, because we're here at the Oscars, which is a formal event. This is an event of decorum. It's very civil, and to pull something like that is very inappropriate. So I think maybe he just should have waited and been like, just talk to him like a friend and be like, hey man, what you said wasn't cool. Like, even if you want to yell, that's fine. But, like, you know, if you could apologize or make, you know, I feel like words really could have solved the situation in a matter of seconds. But I don't know. Last question. I know we're beating a dead horse. Do you think Will Smith should have his award pulled? They do it at the Olympics.
I'm gonna say yes, but not for slapping someone. just that it was like someone else did better.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just kind of like a Denzel Washington fanboy.
Okay.
And in all honesty, Will Smith's not a great actor.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one.
With Chase on this one.
I don't know.
I liked him in Hitch, and that's about it. Like, I don't know.
I disagree. I like Will Smith. I think he does good stuff. But
Except rapping career.
I disagree with that too.
Oh my god. All right, so obviously two of our opinions.
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
So, Chase, you think he should get his award stripped? He should be stripped of his award.
We'll give it to him this time because he's not going to get another.
I wonder if he has any other. That's something I want to look up.
That was his first.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure that was his first Oscar.
Was it? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm looking it up right now, but I'm pretty sure that's his first.
I think he should get it taken away.
I think the thing I'm most upset about is that the comedian that got slapped wasn't Amy Schumer.
He has had one win.
And this was it?
And this was it.
Wow. I did not know that.
He was nominated in 2002 for Ali. 2007 for The Pursuit of Happiness.
I loved Pursuit of Happiness. That was a good show.
But he only won. He was nominated for 5 awards, but he's only won 1.
He did better in Pursuit of Happiness than he did in King Richard.
He's actually won 2 Grammys.
So who needs an Oscar?
Yeah, right? I don't know. How can you look at that Oscar from now on? That'd be tough. Maybe not. He's an actor.
Maybe you just dress it up as Chris Rock and slap it every
Yeah, I guess so. Did you see what his son posted on Twitter? He was like, yeah, that's how we do it. I'm like, oh my gosh, stop.
He's a funny kid.
All right. Anyway.
Thanks for joining us.
It's been real.
It's been fun.
It's been really fun.
Eh.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.